Have you observed that a lot of negative thoughts, evil thoughts go through your mind? Have you observed that? You sit down and unconsciously you just discover that you are thinking about death. You see somebody and you just imagine this person falls down and die. Imagine burying this person. Imagine pulling a trigger at this person. Imagine starving somebody. Oh, imagine this bottle falls down and break. Imagine this person stumbling over this block. Thoughts like somebody were naked. All manner of thoughts. Name them. Evil, negative thoughts. They just flowed your thought, and we are not really conscious of these things. You just discover that your thoughts are centered around such a thing. So much that even when you go to a place of prayer, to a place of meditation, you just discover that this thought take hold of your mind. There's something that the Bible calls the filthiness of the flesh and of the spirit. In 2 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 7, cleansing ourselves from the filthiness of the flesh and the spirit, perfecting holiness in the fear of the Lord. Paraphrasing 2 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 7. The aim of these demons that are released in millions hovering about trying to find a place in people's life is to corrupt your mind. They are very weak demons. You don't rebuke them by prayers. I'm actually going to tell you how you can overcome them. And their major assignment is to open door, to grant access to more demons, to stronger demons. They come, they flood your mind, and if you are not very careful, you don't counteract them, you don't oppose them, they will open access to other demons, and before you know, they will take root in your mind and they will form a stronghold in your mind. The filthiness of the spirit, the filthiness of the spirit, they make your spirit very filthy. And in the book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 8, the Bible says, the pure in heart shall see God. So they make you impure so that you are not able to access God. And if your thoughts are impure, you may not be able to listen. You will not be able to receive from God. And that is why some people, even when they go to the place of prayer, they wish they hear from God, but are not able to hear from God because of this thought. This thought occupies their mind. This thought diverts their attention. These negative thoughts pollute your mind, and their desire is to take root. And when they succeed in taking root, they grant access to other demons into your life. And if you are not careful, before you know what is happening, you begin to speak negative. Your actions begin to align with the thoughts that go through your mind. And that is why the Bible says, take heed of what you think. For out of the abundance of the heart, the man speaks. You speak from the heart. So they gradually form a stronghold in your mind, and they form your thought pattern, and then your words are expression of what is in the inside of you. Negative thoughts, the filthiness of the spirit, they make your spirit very filthy. They contaminate your spirit. They pollute your spirit. And if you read 2 Corinthians chapter 10 from verse 3 to 5, though we walk in the flesh, we war not after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God for the pulling down of stronghold. Pulling down of stronghold. The stronghold is not the demon in your neighborhood. The stronghold is not that person around you that you are thinking is a witch. The stronghold is in your mind. The enemy is within. The stronghold is in your mind. Your thought life, that negative thought is a stronghold in your mind. And They are very simple. You don't rebuke these demons by prayer. I'll tell you how you can rebuke them. And the Bible go ahead to say, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God for the pulling down of strongholds. Casting down imaginations and every high thought that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. Casting down imaginations, casting down this evil thought, casting down this negative thought, casting down this impure thought, and everything that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. They want to take the place of the knowledge of God in your life. It wants to take the place of the knowledge of God in your thought, to oppose everything you know about God. We have to bring it to the obedience of Christ. So how do we bring it to the obedience of Christ? It's not by binding and casting. When you have this evil thought taking hold of your mind, maybe you go to the place of prayer and then you want to pray, and then you, right there where you are kneeling down, you just discover that your mind has wandered away and you are very far away. Or sometimes some evil thought will just flow through your mind. This thought I'm talking about will just flow through your mind. You just find yourself in one corner in a very unholy manner, or maybe engage yourself in something that is not godly, even right in the place of prayer. And when your thought is preoccupied by this thought, you discover that even where you are there attempting to pray, you discover that you will just doze off, only for you to realize that you are sleeping in the place of prayer. And that is why a lot of Christians are not able to pray effectively. You want to pray, and then right there as you are kneeling down, before you know, you only wake up to discover that you are in a prayer posture. But actually you are taking your nap. You are taking a good sleep in a place of prayer. Negative thoughts, they pollute your mind. They corrupt your thoughts. The desire to open door grant access to stronger and powerful demons. So when these thoughts take hold of your mind, when these thoughts are floating through your mind, the best way to handle them, the best way to interrupt, the best way to intercept them is to speak out. It's not praying, it's not binding and casting. Just speak out. Once you speak out, they are intercepted. Your thought life is interrupted. Yes. You can just go ahead to practice what I'm trying to explain. Maybe I want you to take some minute and begin to think in your heart quietly. Few seconds. Think quietly. Don't speak. Allow your mind to wander. And in the midst of this thing, if you speak or somebody speaks, you discover that your thought is interrupted. Your thoughts are intercepted. So when they flow through your mind, all you just need to do is to speak out. Immediately you speak out, your thought is interrupted. And if this is your experience in the place of prayer, we advise that when you go to the place of prayer, don't just switch into speaking in tongues. Don't just switch into speaking in tongues. Pray with your understanding. Listen to yourself. Be conscious of every word that you utter in the place of prayer. Be deliberate. Be intentional. And keep praying with your understanding until your heart is occupied, is consumed by your prayer. It is at this level that you can switch into speaking in tongues. But if you have not mastered the act of prayer, then you just go to the place of prayer and then you begin to speak in tongues. You discover that your mind is far away from the tongue you are uttering. Don't just enter into tonguing. Pray with your understanding until your mind is occupied. Listen to yourself. Grow to a level that your mind is occupied. You get to a level that your mind is centered on that prayer. It is then that you can transcend into speaking in tongues. So when you have these thoughts flowing through your mind, trying to take root, actually, you cannot stop birds from flying over your head. But you can stop them from building a nest on your head. Yes, they will come, but you have a way of intercepting them. And when you master this art, it will give you a level of control. I say a level of control because it's not absolute, because the once is coming, they will always want to come back again and again. They will always want to come back. But the more you practice it, you will grow to a level that it will be very, very minimal. Speak out. And it's not just speaking out. Speak the word of God. Speak positive. And that is why God speaking to Joshua, he said, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. As you speak out, it occupies your mind. It forms your belief system so much that even when you are walking on the road, you are thinking about these things. And the prophet said, take heed of what you think, for out of the abundance of heart the man speaketh. What you are speaking is from the abundance of your heart, what your thoughts are projecting, what your thoughts are communicating. Speak light, not darkness. Speak positive, not negativity. Speak the word of God, not the word of the devil. It's not just speaking the word of God, speaking the right thing. And as you practice this, you will see the powerful transformation that will take place in your life by reason of the positive thoughts that pass through your mind. I pray for you that you will receive grace to practice the art